Hey, it's Cat at Cattails TV. Still working on this photo shoot. It's tricky getting the right lipstick with the hair color. This is not right. Okay, but anyway, I was thinking about a couple of things. One, about Megan the Stallion and Milagro and fetal alcoholism. Oh my God, fetal alcohol syndrome, as opposed to the R word. And curious to know if, Milagro brought that up instead of the R word, if that would have been okay. Because, to be honest with you, I don't know what she exactly said because I'm real busy. I don't listen to every blogger, okay? And no offense, I just don't. I don't have time for that. But for some reason, I thought she said something like, is she retarded? You know what I mean? As in a question, not a fact, based on her actions. So if she asked the question, I don't see what the problem is. But knowing what we know in regards to Megan's parents, the father who's deceased was in prison for selling, the same stuff Jay-Z was selling, that kind of stuff. And, I don't know what the situation with the mom was, who ended up passing away as well. I believe of cancer. But if you're a young child in a household predominantly in the hood, and your dad selling, things that ends up putting him in prison, there might be some addiction going on in the household. Let's just be honest. Can we be honest? Can we have adult conversations? And I think if we actually did, maybe we could heal some of the trauma and maybe we could move past people being ignorant of abuse and the generational trauma that happens in America. But yeah, especially there's some other rappers now that like their kids are not doing well. But it's obvious that the parents were doing drugs. You know what I mean? And that affects the children. Can we be honest? Can we have conversations still in America? Probably not. But yeah, that was just something I was thinking about. And by the way, last night I happened to be driving by Nicholas Canyon. And if you don't know why that's important, Nicholas Canyon is the street when you turn off Hollywood Boulevard that the alleged shooting happened between Megan the Stallion, Kelsey Harris, and Tory Lanez. And while I was driving up the road, it was late at night. The house that Sean Kelly lived in, where the incident allegedly happened, the light turned on as soon as my car, passed the light. Past the house, right? It literally turns on. And I've been to that house, like, I swear, 10 or 12 times now. Sometimes not, like, you have to understand, if you go to a party or something in Hollywood or you're driving around, you can end up on Nicholas Canyon. But I wasn't planning on going. It just happened. And I just accept it. But again, last night, the light went on as soon as you drove near it, because it's a very dark road. You're going up like hills where wolves are and deer and wildlife are. And that's another reason why those houses are very, very expensive, because, people want to live close to Runyon Canyon. Runyon Canyon is a really cool spot that people work out, they jog, they hike, etc. That's walking distance from Sean Kelly's house. So it's a very, very expensive neighborhood. All those houses have security cameras, ring cams, cameras you can see, cameras you can't see, because they don't want their houses fucked up. So again, I wanted to ask, what happened to all that security footage? Who the fuck knows? Another subject, slightly related but not. Cardi B's song came out using Jay-Z's song, and I'm not trying to be difficult. I thought it was trash. I don't really listen to rap, you know what I mean? I just heard a snippet, and it seemed like it was slow, like she was off beat or something. And like I said, I'm no rapper, but I didn't like it. And then someone posted the song, Cardi's song, over, I think it was Biggie's song, and it was actually better. I said something on Twitter, but yeah, I don't know what it's gonna do, and I don't care. I just find it funny that these influencers are paid to lie and say shit's good when it's not. But I mean, the thing is, if you like it, you like it. I don't. I'm interested to know if it's gonna sell anything. But yeah, I found that all the hype she does, it's just not my thing. The other thing is, I got in a discussion with Grok, the the thing on Twitter, and I corrected it about Virginia Giuffre's age when she worked at Mar-a-Lago. Mar-a-Lago, as in your president. Your president had a 16-year-old working in the massage area. People like to bullshit and say, oh, it's no big deal. A 16-year-old working as a spa attendant / massager at Trump Resort, where she ends up meeting Ghislaine and Jeffrey, and Trump gets angry because he takes her away. She's 16. Her dad worked there, but she had a lot of abuse issues already, and she was a runaway. But people just don't pay attention, they don't care, they get so overwhelmed with what Trump's doing, nothing phases them. But a 16-year-old working in a spa, as I heard she was a masseuse, and knowing Trump, it wouldn't surprise me. So anyway, I have to do another video. Maybe I'll just read the transcript between me and Grok, but Grok's not perfect and obviously programmed to suck the feet of Trump, because it kept trying to say, no wrongdoing proven. But yet, he admitted doing some really, really bad thing, like grabbing women by the pussy, watching young girls get dressed at the teen pageant, that kind of shit. But yeah, this country has been bought and sold to oligarchs, to people like Elon Musk, to people like Rupert Murdoch, to people like Jeff Bezos, who don't give a fuck about free speech, about anything. Anybody can just buy America. So anyway, I'm going to leave that here. I'll come back with, another video when I remember all the stuff I want to say. But, yeah, seeing Putin, I don't even know if that was Putin, by the way. It looked weird. Supposedly there's lots of fake Putins, but he did some body movements that just don't seem like legitimate leader of Russia. And I heard some horrible things about the Ukrainian. Putin, supposedly stole, 40,000 or more kids from Ukraine, and they're doing horrible things. And Trump invited him to Alaska, which used to be owned by Russia. They sold it to America. And, these fools are running this country into the ground. You know? And people are still watching sports. White men, majority of them aren't in the street protesting, except the guy through the subway. But yeah, it's pretty wild. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Hope you're having a great day. Bye.